Happy Monday. It's been quite some time since I made a video. I think somewhere around 4 or 5 months or something. Around, I don't know, whatever. It's been quite some time. But my studies have been taking up the majority of my time, and I obviously have a life, a family, a child, so things have to take a back seat every now and again. Not that I don't want to make videos, but the content that I want to, start to expand upon and do is pretty complex, and it will require more of my time. So I figured, a lot of the videos that have already been dispersed can really, kind of help people in the way that I was trying to help people with these videos. But some new ideas have bubbled up, so I figured, why not kind of reflect on them a little, here and there. But I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to start doing daily uploads again, just because it's not really where I'm at right now. I'm in an area where, as far as learning is concerned, I'm in an area where I want to, gain and expand on ideas that can help me grow as a person. And then when that stuff has been, hashed out, then now I can come with the new content and the new ideas and kind of bring it all together, and just come with a better package. When you're making these videos, I watch other people that are doing a much better job than me, and one thing that I saw is this trend of things change, things get better, the cameras get better, the content gets better, the editing gets better, and all that stuff takes time. When you're trying to improve yourself, you don't necessarily have that time to sacrifice into these other areas, as far as video making and all that stuff is concerned. Right now, I'd rather pick up a book and read, or go for a walk and listen to an audio book, or read articles that can help me to, learn more about the subjects that interest me. And self-reflection is great, and sharing ideas is great, but at some point the library of information just isn't as abundant, because you are draining that library as you continue to give and to try and help people. So you have to go back, you have to take a step back, and and take the time to analyze yourself, look at where you're at, look at where you're headed, and then put together a plan that can help you to learn new things and cultivate new ideas, and then come with a new package. And that's that's pretty much the place where I'm at right now. So I was reading yesterday about endomorphs, as always, and I found some pretty good information. And just to touch on where I've been, my diet is going great. I have lost a lot of strength because I did back off my carbohydrates quite a bit. The only carbohydrates that I am taking in on a regular basis is legumes, beans, fruit, and vegetables. Everything else has been totally cut out. My riding is my cardio. I have stopped running, and the lifting is the only other supplemental fat loss exercise that I do. It has been going good. I've been averaging about 4 pounds a month, which is quite modest. However, health-wise, I feel good. I haven't been suffering from many nagging injuries. I've had a few things here and there, but actually I've had, very minimal when it comes to my back. The problems I've been having are more, like knees and hips and everything like that. And I think that that's just, a product of age and, the repetitive motions that I'm putting myself through, and the cold weather that we're experiencing up here in the Northwest. So, if this was summertime, I don't think I'd be having a lot of these issues that I've been having. But they haven't been stopping me from continuing to train the schedule that I've partaken in, which is a schedule that's a two day on, 1 day off schedule. I lift weights, then I ride my board the next day, and then I take a rest day. Which brings me to something I just want to share. What I have is I have an accessory day. I have 2 accessory days, and then I have a chest workout, a back workout, and a leg workout that obviously entails some other accessory movements. But the accessory workouts are usually pretty easy on the body. They're more, hypertrophy style. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing 3 days on when I'm going into my accessory workouts. And so what I'll do is, maybe I'll have like my chest day, and then I'll have a ride day, and then I will ride again instead of resting, and then I will go right into my accessory workout, and then ride again, and then rest. I'm hoping that's something that will increase the amount of fat loss per month, because I don't want to be in a deficit and I don't want to be cutting forever, but I still have quite a bit of weight to lose. So at least to get to where I'm trying to get to. I don't necessarily think that I need to lose as much weight as I'm looking at losing, but I do think that it will be beneficial for a long-term activity, which is pretty much the only reason why I want to cut weight anyway. It's very important for me to stay active in my, as I get older. I want to be able to run and, ride my board and do all these different things and do martial arts with my son when he's a teenager. Well, that's 10 years from now. So, heck, I'll be approaching 50 years old. So I want to still be active during those years. So that is going to require, most likely with my back injury, a reduction in body weight. So just, thinking, using intelligence, I would assume that would be the case. So back to the diet. My diet right now is very clean, very, laid out, very, specific. I only have fruit and sugar on the days that I exercise. If I'm not exercising, then my diet pretty much only consists of, I'll just go into the specifics of it. On the days where I lift, I will have quite a bit of dried fruit, usually mangoes, usually pineapple, because they're higher in carbohydrates, and I want those carbohydrates to fuel recovery. On the days where I ride, I will have a little bit more carbohydrate through beans, legumes. It's a controlled amount, and quinoa, but I won't be taking in any sugar on those days. And then outside of that, I will have my usual, salads, the higher protein vegetables, your broccoli, cauliflower, things of that sort, stir fries. I've been taking in a lot of vitamin C through a vitamin C supplement, and onions on those days as well, to combat, getting sick and different things like that because of the cold weather. On the days where I rest, that's usually going into my lifting day the next day, which I usually train fasted in the morning. So I load up on beans and quinoa the day before I lift, because I know that I'm going to need that energy to go into the next day's lifting day, which is, as I said before, usually a very light day as far as like food volume and weight is concerned, but heavier in the in the carbohydrates through sugar provided from fructose, which is clean, and as I said before, the dry fruits. I really focus on that stuff on those lifting days, which is usually like banana ice cream, berries, oranges, very sugary, very sweet fruits on those days. So, I don't know if this is gonna help anyone. It's working for me. As I said before, that process is rendering about 4 pounds a month, but it's it's a very modest approach. It's a very slow approach, but I kept running into all these problems. I love to do cardio. I love to run, but the thing about it is that running just seems to be one of those things. The impact seems to bring about issues with my back that I just really don't like dealing with. And if I and I figured, hey, if you can cut out the running, and limit the impact, then maybe you will get more longevity and not have these big breaks in training. Because that's the thing. When I was training last year, I would be doing well, but then I'd have these little nagging injuries with my back, and I'd miss 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time. And when you're trying to build strength or maintain strength, in my situation, it is very imperative that you are hitting your numbers, writing down all your workouts, like I always say, and you're really making those gains, whether it be in repetitions or the weight needs to be going up, progressive overload. And when you miss 3 weeks at a time, 2 weeks at a time, you're sacrificing those gains. And the way I look at it is I'd rather lose less weight and be healthy and still be increasing all my numbers, whether it be progressive overload through weight or progressive overload through repetitions. I'd rather be continuing on and making those increases and maintaining my muscle than hitting it hard and going all nuts and running and doing all these things that I know are counterproductive to my goal. And the bird in the hand is healthy. The bird in the hand is constant training, staying on that regimen, working ahead. That's how you get stronger. That's how you get more efficient at the movements. You don't want to get hurt. Getting hurt is just, is a problem. So, learn how to back it off. If the volume's too much, if you're experiencing, setbacks through nagging injuries, that means the volume's too high. Reduce the volume. Go back. Take some time to go back and look at your diet. Is your diet really supporting your improvement? Right now, my diet, I like it. Someone else may not like it, but the diet that I have is very specific. But I feel strong when I go into workouts eating this way. When I eat the fruit on the days where I lift, when I wake up the next day to ride, I feel like my body is not necessarily fully recovered, but well recovered enough to go jump on my board and ride the way that I want to ride. I don't ride crazy or anything like that. I'm very, easy about the way that I ride my board. I'm not, a young guy. I'm not trying to, go all nuts or anything or hurt myself. It's just for fun. And it's just a fat burning workout. That's all it is. It's not, me trying to, be a professional or anything like that. That's not even, that's a joke. But, I hope this information helps. I know it's all over the place. I didn't script anything or anything like that. I just figured, hey, let's hop on today. It's been a while, and let's just share, what's going on. And, I'm slowly getting there. It's gonna take some time. My cut right now, if I continue on the pace that I have right now, which is very, very, very modest, I should be where I want to be in about a year. And I wasn't planning on being in a deficit and cutting for that long. But reality is that trying to do the things that I'm trying to do and maintain the schedule that I need to maintain for my life and the training that the type of training that I want to do. With the back injury, I have to take this approach. If I didn't have the back injury, I could be a lot more aggressive. I could be out there like I was a few years ago, 5 days on, 1 day off, another 5 days on, doing cardio 2 days in a row, riding, doing all this crazy stuff. But my body gave out. I started having problems with my back. I started having problems with my hip. I started having problems, in other little nagging injuries, and then I ended up losing a lot of time. I think I irritated my what do you call that thing, a labrum tear or that I had in the past. I irritated that. I missed 3-4 months of training because that kept nagging me. So as you go on, I just hope that this information helps someone, because this is wisdom that I've gained from going through a lot of issues, and the best thing that I can do, outside of scripting videos and all that stuff, which takes time that I just don't have, is share these ideas that, and this wisdom that I've learned from suffering in my own, journey towards getting to my own personal goals. So hope everything's going well for everyone. Is getting close to Christmas, and yeah, happy Monday.